Hi guys, it's Sonelias and welcome to this Let's Play, or at least introduction to Total War Arena. It's of the makers of Total War Rome games, but also of the makers of World of Tanks, which you might be familiar with. Anyways, at the beginning of basically starting in what is now the open beta here, you can basically choose from 3 different commanders. No, actually before this you got a little intro to the actual gameplay. Introduces some of the tactics to you, so basic archer, sword, and of course spear cavalry, those kind of key things. But you see that at the moment these initial commanders will focus on one of those things. So Germanius, or Germanicus I should say, of the Roman Empire has got of course a specialty in basically sword guys, sword infantry. Kayani, not sure how to pronounce it. Anyway, she's specialized, of course, in archers, and of course here are Arminius, who's more a barbarian, is more specialized in the horse riders. Now, I'll basically pick here Kanane as basically the initial commander. Bit of the introduction here, maybe around the actual system itself. Now, you might be familiar with maybe World of Tanks. If you are, or World of Warships, then you'll basically be familiar with what we see in the tech tree. You'll see an advancement through 10 different tiers of different units. And you'll also see that we actually have different branches in there. So like, for example, World of Tanks, you've got tank destroyers, medium tanks, light tanks, etc. They got something similar here. You basically can either go for, in this instance, the hoplites. There's an entire branch of that, all the way up to the Royal Spartans. And that branches off in certain instances into, in this instance, cavalry or levy pikemen. Again, going up to level 10. But also here we got the archers. Probably more comparable maybe to SPGs or the mobile artillery units in World of Tanks. Those, of course, fire arrows at the enemy units, and of course you can actually go down that branch up to level 10. Again, there's a split off on there where you basically will be able to do a slightly different variant of that, where you'll be playing with the slingers. Anyways, you have to basically earn enough experience within each individual tier to, of course, be able to upgrade, first off, of course, your equipment, but ultimately also be able to upgrade to the next tier of unit. Now you have to do that for each individual unit type itself. So you have to do that either for the hoplites, when I'm basically playing, of course, the Greeks here, or for the archers. And I was hesitating a little bit because I see a new nation on the left side. In the closed beta, I only remember there being 3 nations, which was, of course, the Greeks, the barbarians. And barbarians, let's have a look at them. So in the barbarians, of course, we got, again, swordsmen, in this case called tribesmen, and of course the riders. And of course we had also the Romans in there, which were basically, in this instance, purely swordsmen, or again a ranged unit, a javelin man in this instance. Lesser ranged than, of course, arrows typically. But what I do notice here now, there is something new here, and that is, I guess it's the, is this the Carthaginians? I think so. Yeah, Carthage. Yeah, Carthaginians. Now, one of the things I hadn't actually told you yet, at the very top you will also see something else. You'll see that these special units don't actually have a connection to the rest of the branches because they are premium units. You have to buy them with gold. So that's why there's an extra gold amount listed underneath them. You have to basically buy them or unlock them with gold as such. Again, those typically earn you significantly more experience and, of course, also money. Free experience, because we distinguish between 2 types of experience in the game. Experience you earn on the unit type itself. So if I basically play with the archers, I'll earn unit specific experience, which will be listed here at the top left, as you'll see. And also you'll be earning some free experience. Now the free experience you can actually use to upgrade your commander. So at the moment I got Sainana selected. If I go to the abilities, you'll see that she also has 10 tiers of skills. You might remember that there's, of course, multiple different generals available at different stages here. So we might actually go to Leonidas, Miltiades, or Alexander the Great at some stage. But again, the same goes, of course, for Carthaginians or the Romans, as well as, of course, the barbarians. They got different commanders that you can earn at certain points. All right, now I'm going to be playing initially with Sanani. And, of course, I'll be playing with archers, I think. Great starting point, at least. Now, if you had played in the closed beta, you should, of course, also be able to go into here. And you should be able to see, for example, titles you've already earned. So as you can see, I've got 2 titles, Pathfinder and Pioneer. Pioneer you basically get very, very quickly, at least in the closed beta. Pathfinder you don't. I'm going to pick up that title already, Pathfinder. Achievements. So again, achievements you could have earned in the closed beta thus far. But you'll also see there's other achievements here you can earn. Nemesis, how many battles you've basically played as Hannibal or Sanani. So different things you can actually do in here, you earn achievements for. Right, units, basically what you've played in here, a bit of history, and basically of course how you've played with them, and of course an overview of what the game is like now. Now they reset it after the closed beta, so basically people that have played in the closed beta will basically have reset statistics, except of course for those titles. But they also get a few extra perks when you're actually looking at, for example, your hoplites here. Maybe not these, but there is an option for you to get a specialized shield. So you can actually get a little shield option on there that's specific to the fact that you played in the closed beta. It's more a cosmetic thing as far as I'm aware, but yeah, okay, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, hopefully that's a bit of an introduction for you guys. But actually, maybe an extra thing I might have to say on here is at the moment, of course, I've got here my units as purely archers. I can, of course, mix and match this. I can actually maybe drag and drop a single unit of hoplites into there. And of course, the first one is, of course, for free. But the idea is you've got those 3 units you will be playing with, and you have to make the most of that. So if you are attacked by, of course, horsemen will pretty much overrun your archers very, very quickly, unless you've, of course, be firing into them very, very strongly. But having some hoplites on hand will, of course, help in basically stopping those horsemen in their tracks. Now, of course, having surrendered 1 archer would, of course, mean it can basically fire less arrows at range, and I have to do a bit more at close range directly. Now, you could, of course, also rely upon your allies. You'll not only be playing by yourself, you'll typically be playing with 9 other players against 10 other enemy players, so a total of 10 against 10. That's the typical setup, at least at this level. And there's, of course, different options. Now, initially, you'll be playing player versus AI, just to basically get everybody familiar, but you can actually choose to basically play versus humans. Do bear in mind that when you play versus humans, you will earn a bit more experience. Plus, of course, the tactics used by the enemy will be a bit more difficult versus basically playing versus the AI. Now, I think it'll be nice to basically play against the other players, and I'll be doing that shortly, but hopefully this introduction will be a good scene setter for you.